This is the Family Channel.
Here is your host, Tony Slattery. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Trivial Pursuit. Here's a bit of trivia. Did you know that on average, during his lifetime, and short lifetime it was too, tragically, that Mozart wrote a new piece of music every 10 days? And I think that's just showing off. And showing off is what we want our guests to do today. Let's straight away meet the three contestants who are competing for the chance to win a great holiday. Firstly, we say hello to Danny.
Hi.
Hello, Danny, sir. What do you do for a living?
Me, I'm a sporting gun engraver.
A sporting gun engraver? That is unusual. I mean, do you engrave other things or just guns?
Oh, I engrave other things as well. So I do some work for a guitar maker.
Oh, yes. It says here that you once engraved the guitar of someone rather famous.
What, for Guns N' Roses? Yeah.
Guns N' Roses. The guitarist for Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Goodness. What did you engrave on it?
Guns N' Roses.
Oh, well. Very good. That probably says a lot about the IQ of the band. Welcome to you. Welcome to you, Danny. Next, we say hello to Ruth. Hello, Ruth.
Hello, Tony.
Hello. It says here you're studying politics at the Open University. Is that correct?
Yes, sort of.
Sort of?
Yeah.
You don't sound too short, Ruth.
Well, you have to learn so many other things except about how things work.
Oh, really? How is the course structured? I'm interested in that, because I don't really know much about the Open University.
Well, you have to enter through a foundation course, which everybody takes. Everybody.
Yes.
Including all the idiots like me.
Oh, yes, I
And then
see.
if you pass your exam, you can then choose where you're going. And that's what I've done. I'm in my second year.
Oh, I see. And so what qualification will you end up with?
It'll be a BA.
Oh, right. Well,
God willing.
God willing, absolutely, yes. We wish you luck in that, and we wish you luck in this game as well. Welcome to you, Ruth. And finally, we say hello to Kevin. Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Tony.
A market researcher, it says you are.
That's right, yeah.
And what sort of markets do you research?
It's called home audit. We research all consumers and interview people in their homes to see what they've been buying.
Oh, I see. Whether they want to be interviewed or not, you just kind of turn up?
That's right, just barge in.
do you do phone interviews as well?
We do phone interviews as well, yes.
Right. Is it like the same principle as blindfold margarine testing?
No, it's just finding out what they buy.
You don't pester people in the supermarkets then?
Not at all, no.
Oh, good. Well, that's nice to hear. I won't pester you anymore with details about your private life or anything like that. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the contestants. Welcome to you all. Right, the aim of the game is simple: to be the first person to illuminate all 12 sections of your individual pie. This you do by answering correctly, we hope, questions on trivia in various categories. Answer correctly, a section is lit up. Answer incorrectly or pass, I'll throw it open to the other two to buzz in after the timeout bell goes. Of course, let's get straight on with the game. Good luck to you all. The categories in this first round are geography, entertainment, history, art and literature, science and nature, and sport and leisure. Danny, we'll start with you. Please choose.
Art and literature, please.
Art and literature for red, Danny. In which book do the narrator, George, Harris, and a dog called Montmorency go rowing on the River Thames?
3 Men in a Boat.
3 Men in a Boat is correct for red. Ruth, please choose a category.
Geography.
Geography for blue, Ruth. Here we go. The name Argentina is derived from the Latin for which metal?
Silver.
Is correct. You have a blue section. Well done. Kevin, over to you.
Sport and leisure.
Sport and leisure for orange. Which brown bomber from Detroit knocked out James J. Braddock in June 1937 to win the World Heavyweight Boxing Championship?
Joe Louis.
Is correct for an orange section. Well done. Danny, back to you, please.
Entertainment.
Entertainment for pink. In October 1968, which American film star married Jill Ireland, formerly Mrs. David McCallum?
Charles Bronson.
Is correct. You have a pink section. Well done. Ruth, over to you. 2 to choose from, please.
History.
History for yellow, Ruth. Who was claimed to have written the casket letters that allegedly implicated their author in a murder plot?
Mary Queen of Scots.
Mary Queen of Scots, just in time. Well done, Ruth. That's a yellow section. And Kevin, you are left with green, which is science and nature. In which century did the famous French astrologer Nostradamus live?
14th.
Not the 14th. Time out. Ruth.
17th.
Not the 17th.
16th.
Danny.
15.
No, Ruth said it. It was the 16th, but you were out of time, Ruth. Never mind. Okay, let's now reset the board to redress the balance of advantage in the order of play. We'll just go from the other end as you're in third place, Kevin. Please, any category you like from the board.
Entertainment.
Entertainment again for Pink. Who won a BAFTA Best Actor award for his role as Ronald Merrick in The Jewel and the Crown? Time out. Anyone else? Ruth.
Tim Pigott-Smith.
Is correct. You've picked up a pink section. Well done. Now, your question proper, Ruth. Any category?
Sorry. History again.
History again. This will complete your yellow slice, Ruth, if you get it right. Against whom was the Cat and Mouse Act used from 1913 onwards by the government? Against whom?
I don't know.
Time out. Danny.
The unions.
Not the unions, no. No, the answer is the suffragettes, in fact. And Danny, you'll go. Please choose.
Science and nature. Please.
Science and nature for green, Danny. What common name is given to the plant Erica vulgaris?
Heather.
Heather, you're just in time. That's right, for a green section. Well done. Well, we see at the end of the first round in third place with one section illuminated is Kevin, but leading both in first place, both with three sections, are Danny and Ruth. Well done. Okay, let's now go on to our film and television round, in which the categories are personalities, titles, classics, portrayals, drama, and wild cards. Some of these have hidden bonuses. I'll tell you about those as they crop up. Let's go in the same order. Kevin, you get to choose.
Portrayals.
Portrayals. Well chosen. That's a bonus question. It's in two parts. Get the first part correct, you get that section illuminated. Get the second part correct, and you get a chance to take a section away from either Danny or Ruth. Here we go. Please take a look at this.
All the stars turned out to catch a glimpse of the royal couple. Among them, many famous faces from Britain, celebrities now settled in California after making their careers in the Hollywood film and music industry.
Right. That was in 1983. Here's the question, Kevin. What was the name of the Macintoshed spy played by Michael Caine in the film The Ipcress File?
Harry Palmer.
Is correct, yes, for a red section. The second part of the question. Name the film Michael Caine made his screen debut in 1963 as a British Army officer.
Zulu.
Is correct. Which section do you want to take away and from whom?
Green from Danny.
Green from Danny disappears. Bye-bye. Sorry about that, Danny. Okay, Ruth, on to you. Please choose a category.
Drama.
Drama. Drama for green. In which series did Peter Bowles work for the Daily News?
I don't know.
Time out. Anyone else? No, the answer is Lytton's Diary. Okay, Danny, move on to you.
Classics.
Classics. For yellow, Danny. Which show links Layla Williams, Tina Heath, and Karen Heating? No? Kevin?
Doctor Who.
It's not Doctor Who, no. No, the answer is Blue Peter, in fact. Right, let's go back to you, Kevin. 3 to choose from.
Titles.
Titles. Well done, you've chosen a bonus question again. So, same rules apply. Take a look at this picture. Right, that's Brian Ferry, looking very cool there. What sort of guy provided Brian Ferry and Roxy Music with their 1981 top 10 hit?
A jealous guy.
A jealous guy is correct. And you get that section and the next part of the question. The island where King Arthur's body was taken shares its name with which Roxy Music hit of 1982?
Avalon.
Avalon is correct. So, which section do you want to take away and from whom?
Yellow from Ruth.
Yellow from Ruth. We say goodbye to that. Okay, now it's your question, Ruth. Personalities or wild card?
I'll have wild card.
Wild card for orange, Ruth. Have a look at this, please.
Fair opens on the 150th anniversary of the inauguration of George Washington, and the father of his country looks out towards the British Pavilion, one of the outstanding exhibits in the world of tomorrow.
Right, that was 1939, the New York World Fair. Here's the question. What is the name of New York's famous theatre district?
Broadway.
Is correct for an orange section. And finally, Danny, you are left with personalities for your blue section. Please, would you take a look at this?
The pre-war and Victorian styles had distinctly pre-war and Victorian postures.
Right, that was Elizabeth Arden there in 1932, Danny, talking about pre-war fashion. Here's the question. Which German actress started the 1933 fashion trend of women dressing in men's clothes? That's time out. Anyone else? Kevin?
Marlene Dietrich.
Marlene Dietrich is right. You've picked up a blue section. Well done. Okay, we see the scores at the end of that round. We see that in third place with 2 sections illuminated is Danny. In second with 3 is Ruth, but leading with 4 is Kevin. Well done, Kevin. And I've also been informed in the break that it's not Karen Heating, it's Karen Keating. Karen Keating may well have a career in heating, we don't know, but she also does a Blue Peter, so sorry about that, Karen. And sorry to your mother, who's Gloria Honeyford. Hello to you both if you're watching. Buy a Trivial Pursuit board game. There we are. Right, let's go on to the next round now, which is our Trivia Tactics round, where you have to nominate for one of your opponents the category in which you think that opponent might have more difficulty in answering based on a hunch or based on what you've heard them answer before. The categories here are around the world, personalities, history, art and culture, science and technology, and wild card. Danny, you get to go first. You're in third position. Please, would you nominate a category for Ruth?
Science and technology.
Science and technology for Ruth. Here we go. This is for green, Ruth. What was the earliest bactericide and disinfectant discovered by Lister in 1865?
Carbolic acid.
Is correct for green. Ruth, please nominate for Kevin.
Kevin, I'll have around the world.
Will you? Well, your luck's in today, Kev. Right. This is to complete your blue slice. Here we go. Swami is a title of respect for a teacher of which religion? Time out. Anyone? Danny?
Hinduism.
Hinduism is correct. You get a blue section. Right. Kevin, nominate for Danny.
Science and technology.
Science and technology for green, Danny. What common metal is an alloy of copper and tin?
Brass.
No. Time out. Ruth?
Bronze.
Bronze is correct. That means you complete your green slice. Well done. Right. Let's go around again. Danny, please nominate for Ruth.
Art and culture.
Art and culture for red, Ruth. Which Scottish city, formerly a European city of culture, holds the Mayfest Arts Festival?
Glasgow.
Is correct. You have a red section. Well done. Ruth, please nominate for Kevin.
I think I'll stick with around the world.
Stick with around the world. You're onto a good thing. Why change, Ruth? Here we go. What is the basic unit of currency, Kevin, in Kenya?
Shilling.
The shilling is correct. Just in time. You get a blue slice. Well done. And finally, Kevin, nominate for Danny.
Science and technology.
Science and technology for Danny, for green. Which continent, Danny, holds the record for the Earth's lowest natural temperature?
Antarctica.
Antarctica is right. You get a green section. Right. That's the halfway stage. We see that Ruth is leading, but anything could happen in the next half. Let's see how the scores develop after this break. Welcome back. Let's have a quick recap on the old scores. We see in third place with 8 sections left to illuminate is Danny. In second place with 7 is Kevin, but leading with just 6 sections to illuminate is Ruth. Well done. Okay, let's now finish off our Trivia Tactics round. Danny, it's back to you. Please nominate for Ruth.
History.
History for yellow, Ruth. Who was the Soviet premier during the Cuban Missile Crisis in October 1962?
Khrushchev.
Nikita Khrushchev is right. Ruth, please nominate for Kevin.
Wild card.
Wild card to complete your orange slice, Kevin. In the highly successful TV and film screenwriting duo, who is the partner of Ian La Frenais?
Dick Clement.
Is correct. You have an orange slice. Well done. And Kevin, please nominate for Danny.
History.
History for Danny, for yellow. Who said in March 1943, there is no finer investment for any community than putting milk into babies?
Hitler.
Not Hitler. Not a very. It's not a very Hitlerian sentiment. The year was 1943.
Oh,
Ruth.
Lord Walton.
It's not, no, no. It's Winston Churchill, in fact. I'm sorry, there was a bit of timeout going on there, Kevin. Okay, let's see. Let's see what the scores are at the end of that round. In third place with 8 to illuminate is Danny. In second is Kevin with 6. But Ruth is in the lead. She now has only 5 seconds to illuminate. Well done, Ruth. Okay, but this is the control round. Things can change a lot here. I'm going to start by asking a control question, fingers on buzzers. The first person to answer that control question correctly gets control of the round and a chance to choose whatever categories they need in sequence until their run of answering correctly is broken by somebody else. So it's speed on the buzzer and also, well, trivia knowledge. Here we go. The categories here are geography, entertainment, history, art and literature, science and nature, and sport and leisure. Fingers on buzzers, here we go. What sign of the zodiac is represented by a crab? Danny.
Cancer.
Is correct. Choose a category.
Geography.
Geography. To complete the blue slice. Europe's largest lake is in Hungary. What's it called?
Pass.
Time out. Anyone? Ruth.
Balaton.
Lake Balaton is correct. Well done. Choose a category, please, Ruth.
What do I need? What do I need? What do I need?
Anything but green.
Anything but green. Oh, red then. Art and
Red,
literature.
art and literature. Right. In July 1991 at the National Portrait Gallery, which former England and Manchester United footballer had his portrait unveiled?
Bobby Charlton.
Is correct. Another category, please.
Oh, God, geography.
Geography for blue. Oh, God, geography. Just call me Tony. That's fine. Here we go. What is America's mile-high city called?
New York.
No. Time out.
St. Louis.
Kevin.
Denver.
Denver is correct. You have control. Choose a category.
Entertainment.
Entertainment. To complete your pink slice, Kevin. Which British film actor and producer made his directorial debut in 1961 with Whistle Down the Wind?
Richard Attenborough.
No. Time out. Ruth.
Brian Forbes.
Is correct. You have control. Please choose a category.
I've got much choice, have I?
Got a choice of
Entertainment.
4. Entertainment for pink. 4. That's a big enough choice. You can only have 6. You got 4. On June the 19th, 1942, which 16-year-old future film star, surnamed Baker, married factory worker Jim Doherty, the first of her 3 husbands?
Marilyn Monroe.
Is correct. Choose another category, please.
Geography.
Geography. To complete that blue slice, you've got 3 to go, Ruth. Which Dutch explorer lends his name to the Arctic Ocean Sea, northeast of Scandinavia?
Van Diemen.
No. Time out. Kevin.
Bering.
Say it again, please.
Bering.
It's Barents. I'm afraid I can't give you that. That was nearly right, but not quite there. Hard luck, Kevin. Right, another control question. What's the capital of Belgium? Kevin.
Brussels.
Correct. Choose a category, please.
History.
History. Right. What was the last year during which Britain had 2 general elections?
1976.
Time out, and that's wrong. Ruth.
And it was 1974.
It's correct. They were both won by Labour then. Absolutely. You have control. Please choose a category.
What have I got left? Ooh.
Well, you can have sport and leisure, or you can have geography, or you can have history. Geography, which is blue. Here we go. Mount Ida is the highest peak on which island in the Mediterranean, whose main airport is at Heraklion?
Crete.
Crete is correct. Another category. History or sport and leisure?
History.
History. You've got 2 to go, Ruth. Which king of France was called the Simple? Time out. Anyone? Charles III is the answer. Another control question. Fingers on buzzers. In which year was the Battle of Hastings? Danny.
1066.
Correct. You have control. Choose a category.
History.
History for yellow. Name the system implemented by Napoleon Bonaparte that forbade European trade with Britain. Time out. The continental system is the answer. Here we go. Control question. Which TV scarecrow was played by John Pertwee? Danny.
Wurzel Gummidge.
Correct. Choose a category, please.
Art and literature.
Art and literature. To complete your red slice. In Great Expectations, what is the profession of Mr. Jaggers, who brings Pip the news of his expectations? Time out. Ruth.
A lawyer.
Correct. Choose a category, please. History or sport and leisure?
Oh, history.
History. Here we go. Which Portuguese explorer led the first expedition to sail around the world?
Vasco da Gama.
No. Time out. Ferdinand Magellan is the answer. Control question. John, George, Ringo, and name the missing Beatle.
Paul.
Paul is correct. Easy one. Choose a category, please.
Art and literature.
Art and literature. Which artist with the surname Sanzio painted the Sistine Madonna altarpiece and was born in Urbino in central Italy?
Raphael.
Correct. Choose another category.
History.
History for yellow. In 1970, which Labour politician, formerly his party's deputy leader, was given a life peerage in August after losing his seat at the Belper at the general election? Time out. Ruth
George Brown.
is correct. So, right before you choose a category, Ruth, that's the 60-second warning. If at the end of that 60 seconds, none of you has completed all sections of your individual pie, it's the person with the most sections illuminated who goes on to play for the holiday. The 60 seconds start now. Ruth, please choose.
History.
History again. Which son of Pepin the Short was crowned Emperor of the Romans by the Pope in the year 800?
Charlemagne.
Correct, yes, so you've got just sport and leisure to go, Ruth. Here we go. Which young boxer from Bellingham became British and Empire heavyweight champion in 1959 by outpointing Brian London at Earl's Court?
Henry Cooper.
It's correct, you've completed your pie. Well done, Ruth. Well done. Very well played, Ruth, and well played. Very, very well matched competitors, all of you. Ruth, you go on to play, not just yet though, stay where you are, you go on to play in a moment for that holiday. In the meantime, commiserations to Danny and Kevin, both very well played indeed. You came up against a strong opponent in Ruth. You don't go away empty-handed. You both get a Family Channel t-shirt and the Genus 3 edition of the Trivial Pursuit board game. Hours of fun for 2 to 6 players. I remember that. So you've been great contestants. Please, ladies and gentlemen, thank Danny and Kevin. So, Ruth, would you now please join me in the centre of the board to play the ultimate trivia challenge? Very well done, Ruth. How do you feel?
Terrified.
Oh, do you? Don't be terrified. No, no. I wish you much luck in this. You've already got the T-shirt and the board game. We're also going to give you...
It will suit me.
Well, it depends what you do with it. You're also going to get a Pathé newsreel video of the year of your birth. But this is the holiday you're about to play for.
Ruth, you could be flying off to experience the magic of Malta, courtesy of Multi-Tours. You can expect a very warm welcome, as well as a warm, sunny climate. Visit the city of Valletta, where you can see the catacombs of the early Christians, or just laze on the many beaches of Malta. So good luck to you, Ruth, on your Trivial Pursuit holiday.
The sun, sea and sand in Malta would go down just right, I rather suspect.
Don't get sex and sangria.
Oh, bless you. Well, thanks for that. Thanks for that. I don't think so, no. What you do with your private life is up to you. But thanks for the biographical information. I didn't have that on my card at the beginning. Still, never mind. Anyway, I don't think you get sangria in Malta, do you?
No, you don't.
No. Yes. Here we go. You've got 60 seconds to illuminate all sections of your pie. If you pass or answer incorrectly, we'll simply go on to the next category. Best of luck to you, Ruth, and your questions start now. The lowest river in the world flows through Israel. What's its name?
Jordan.
Correct. Which Hungarian-born actor played Joel Cairo in The Maltese Falcon?
Peter Lorre.
Correct. John George Diefenbaker led which country in the 50s and 60s?
Canada.
Correct. Outside which cathedral can you see Epstein's wall-mounted sculpture St. Michael and the Devil?
Coventry.
Correct. Which Hungarian beef soup is named after the keepers of Magyar oxen?
Goulash.
Correct. The National Waterways Museum is in which cathedral city on the River Severn?
And Bath.
No, Gloucester. Which city is the centre of India's film industry?
Delhi.
No, Bombay. In October 72, who won a by-election in Rochdale and was Liberal MP for the town for 20
Cyril
years?
Rochdale.
Not
Cyril Smith.
Cyril Smith is correct. Yes, you've done it. You've done it. Well done. On your way to Malta. Well done. Well done. No, believe it. You did extremely well. Extremely well. Oh, well, thank you for being such a wonderful contestant. 17 seconds to go. You did very well. And you've got all the things you said you were looking forward to look forward to in Malta. Well done. I hope you have a wonderful time. Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks to you. Thanks to all our contestants. Thanks to the studio audience. Especially thanks to you at home for watching. And please do join us again soon for another exciting game of Trivial Pursuit. Bye-bye.